why he should be out on bail after complaint makes a strong case. Today we are pleased to begin Nation at 9 with the stories of two women, two poster girls of the new India. Look at them. To the one side, to be precise, to the left side of your screens is a woman from Agra who took on her harassers after they decided to misbehave with her from behind the shaded windows of their gilded chariots of privilege. When no one came forward to help, she decided to climb on the bonnet of the gleaming Mercedes and wreck it. She'd clearly had enough of leering, patronizing menfolk who refused to treat her like an equal stakeholder. On the other side of your screens, to the right of your screens, is a woman CISF Jawan in Patna. There you can see her, dressed in uniform, beret on her head, turning away a minister. Well, she decided to check the might of a minister who thought that rules apply to everyone other than himself. Look at her as she bars the union minister from entering an airport from the exit gate. The minister, thankfully, didn't press the issue. He even apologized. While NewsX doesn't endorse vigilantism as we witnessed in Agra, to the left of your screens, we do feel that in some way, we as a people, long oppressed by the tyranny of entitled arrogance, need to speak up and assert ourselves as equals in a country which prides itself as a cradle of democracy. Because if we don't, the ruling classes will forget we have a voice. They will forget they have an obligation to serve us, and most importantly, they will forget that they can be held to account by us, the ordinary folk of this country. Well, here's the report. And after that, we will ask our panelists what compelled a woman in Agra to take the law into her own hands.
The nation strikes back. A woman, if teased by a lackey of an SP Neta, refuses to cower down. Sadhvi Pandey leaps onto the car, snaps off the SP flag on its bonnet and smashes the windscreen. She says her spirit will not be broken by VVIP Netagiri.
सरकार अब गिर जाएगी इनकी सरकार अब नहीं आएगी इनकी सरकार जो खुद ही बदतमीजी कर रही है खुद ही बदतमीजी कर रही है मोबाइल तोड़ के भाग गया मोबाइल तोड़ दिया ये कौन सी तमीज है
SP Neta Abhinav Sharma, who meekly watched his man misbehave with a lady, now cries conspiracy.
मुझे तो ये लग रहा है कि ये साजिश है और इसके खिलाफ मैं पूरी कार्रवाई करूंगा और मैं चुप नहीं बैठूंगा इसमें। अगर वो कंप्लेंट करना चाहें बिल्कुल करें भैया, बिल्कुल कंप्लेंट करें, सब लोग फ्री हैं करने के लिए, क्योंकि मैंने तो किसी को कुछ किया नहीं। बट व्हाई आई एम टारगेटेड, मुझे टारगेट क्यों किया गया, मेरी गाड़ी को क्यों टारगेट किया गया, अभी तक मुझे समझ में नहीं आया।
Unable to defend the indefensible, the SP says he's not our man.
अभिनव शर्मा नाम का कोई व्यक्ति समाजवादी पार्टी के नेता नहीं है। एक उत्तर प्रदेश के देश में अन्य प्रांतों में फैशन हो गया, जो रूलिंग पार्टी आती है लोग उसी का झंडा लगा के चल देते हैं।
आपने समाजवादी पार्टी के टिकट पर लड़ा था इलेक्शन?
हाँ जी।
हम आपकी पार्टी के लोग तो कह रहे हैं कि आप समाजवादी पार्टी के मेंबर ही नहीं है।
कौन कह रहे हैं ये?
नरेश अग्रवाल जी ने अभी हमें बोला है कि आप तो पार्टी के मेंबर ही नहीं है।
किसने? नरेश अग्रवाल जी ने?
हाँ जी।
नहीं, मैं पार्टी का मेंबर हूँ, एक्टिव मेंबर हूँ।
Others are quick to lash out.
This is a pointer to all the people in power that they should behave in a more people-friendly manner.
मेरे ख्याल से ऐसा कैंपेन होना चाहिए, हक से मांगो अपने लिए इज्जत। पब्लिक स्पेसेस में हम लोग बराबर के भागीदार हैं, हिस्सेदार हैं। इस देश का संविधान हमें वो आज़ादी देता है।
Activist Lord the Ordinary Indian who's shown extraordinary courage.
Her act of bravery is highly appreciated. It is very encouraging to the society, and it is like an eye-opener to the rulers as well as to the police.
जो भी पार्टी पावर में होती है वो अपने पावर का मिसयूज कर रही है। इसका जीता जागता उदाहरण उत्तर प्रदेश में दिखाई दे रहा है।
trending on social media, and outraged India says it's time to fight the Netagiri. This brave heart now emerges as a rallying point to change this Lal Batti culture. The change is imminent and the revolt has begun. With video journalist Imran, Iknur Kaur for NewsX, Agra.
Let's throw this open to our panelists this evening. Joining us on the show, Subi Chaturvedi, activist and academic. Shazia Ilmi, spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Kiran Bedi, former IPS officer, is also with us. Sudhindra Bhadoria, member of the BSP. We will be joined in just a few moments by others. Bhukkal Nawab, MLC and spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, is with us. And so will be Priyanka Chaturvedi, national spokesperson of the Congress. Now I want to begin with you first, Mr. Bhukkal Nawab. Since this individual, this reprehensible character, Bhukkal Saab, आपकी पार्टी के मेंबर हैं, सदस्य हैं. He is a member of your party. आपकी पार्टी ने तो उनको डिसोन कर दिया. मैं आपसे शुरुआत करना चाहता हूं इसीलिए क्योंकि दो चीजें हुई हैं. एक तो हमने सुना है पूरे दिन कि ये आदमी जिसने बदतमीजी की है, आपके पार्टी लीडर जो हैं, उनको समझ नहीं आ रहा कि ये महिला हैं, वो इतनी नाराज क्यों हो गई उनसे. उनको बिल्कुल he can't comprehend it. He can't understand why someone would have a bone to pick with him. That's one. Secondly, that the Samajwadi Party has totally disowned this man, even though we have this individual's affidavit before the Election Commission. Bhukkal Sahab, ये उनका affidavit है. आपके ये जो कार्यकर्ता हैं, अभिनव शर्मा जी, जो इन्होंने ईसी में फाइल किया था, जिसमें वो कह रहे हैं कि मैं आपकी पार्टी का उम्मीदवार हूं, that he is a candidate for your political party. आप इसको नंबर 1 डिसोन क्यों कर रहे हैं? और नंबर 2, पॉइंट 2, why didn't the Samajwadi Party suo moto? नहीं, एक मिनट. Why didn't the Samajwadi Party suo moto file an FIR against this individual? आपने FIR क्यों नहीं दर्ज किया इसके खिलाफ?
देखिए, ऐसा है कि ये जो घटना है, ये आपके आगरा के छट्टा कोतवाली की है और इसका थाना जो है एडमक डोला है और वहां के ऊपर जो है ये 2 दिन पहले की घटना है. ये आज की नहीं है, कल की नहीं है, डे बिफोर यस्टरडे, मतलब परसों की घटना है. ये शाम के 5 और 6 बजे की घटना है ये. और जो ये घटना थी वो उसके ऊपर वहीं के ऊपर जो है ऑन द स्पॉट ये जो है इसकी बात हो गई, ये बात खत्म हो गई. और खत्म होने के बाद में वो जो 2 लड़कियां खत्म हो गई.
You're saying that the matter is ended. No, you're saying that the matter is ended. Look at the callous response, Mr. Bhukkal Nawab.
और गोडा से
भुक्कल नवाब
साहब, ये किसी भी तरह का कोई नहीं, एक पत्र भी पुलिस को नहीं दे रही है, दिया इन्होंने.
भुक्कल नवाब साहब,
किसी भी नेता ने जितने भी बदतमीजी की है उसके खिलाफ कोई हमारा लेटर नहीं आया है.
नहीं, एक मिनट, शांत हो जाइए.
तो पुलिस क्या कार्रवाई करेगी?
शांत हो जाइए.
ये तो पुलिस वालों को.
Keep the peace, sir. One second. I just want to ask you a question. अगर आप इतने चिंतित हैं, आपकी पार्टी इतनी चिंतित है ये सब देख के, अगर आपकी इतनी सद्भावना है ये विक्टिम के प्रति, ये महिला के प्रति, तो आप जाते क्यों नहीं हैं पुलिस स्टेशन में और अपनी तरफ से ये मामला दर्ज क्यों नहीं करवाते हैं? What is holding you back from filing a case, Bhukkal Nawab?
नहीं, ये तो बिल्कुल अजीब बात है. आप बता रहे हैं कि मतलब अगर जो जिसमें झगड़ा होता है अगर वही कंप्लेंट करने नहीं जाता है तो वो हम चले जाए कंप्लेंट करने के लिए, ये तो मतलब ये समझ से परे बात कर रहे हैं. भाई जो लड़कियां हैं उन्हीं ने कोई वहां के ऊपर थाने के अंदर एक पर्चा नहीं दिया कि हमारे साथ ये घटना घटी है, 2 दिन पहले ही घटना है.
क्योंकि आपको पता है उस महिला पे क्या बीत रही है,
उनमें कार्रवाई क्या की जाएगी, कैसे की जाएगी?
Do you know what privations
वो महिला कह रही है हमें कोई कार्रवाई नहीं
this lady right now? No, 1 second. Can I tell you? Off record, she told our correspondent that she fears for her life. That in the heat of the moment, she decided to stand up to these lumpen that you have enrolled in your party. But now, She's scared for her life. She fears the consequences. That's why she's not filing a case. And that's why tonight she begged the media to leave her in peace. Now let me just bring in the panel. Kiran Bedi, just because this lady hasn't gone to the police station and escalated matters and gone ahead and filed an FIR, should we doubt her integrity? Kiran Bedi ji, should we doubt her integrity?
Rahul, in fact, its suo motu FIR stands registered. Police should take the evidence as it's come and record the complaint, collect the evidence and send it to court. Let the complainant resile after that from the court. Let the court summon the complainant, the victim. If she doesn't come, at least let the law take its own course. In this case, this is my personal experience. In my life, many cases came like these, and we used to take suo motu action based on what has happened, and then send the matter to court. Because if you only going to wait for the woman to complain, she may not. And we will let this accused go.
Absolutely.
I think the police must register the matter as it is and become the complainant based on the evidence and send the matter to court. Let the court summon the accused also. You need not even bother to, don't pursue the accused. Let the summon also come from the court. I'm telling you, it will stand on its own legs.
Yes, the Samajwadi Party, Subhi Chaturvedi, is perpetuating a culture of immunity. It's abetting in it. That's the problem.
Rahul, I'm actually quite appalled. जो नवाब साहब बात कर रहे हैं, I'm actually from UP, and this is amazing on several counts and several levels. Not just sheer impunity of encouraging such a culture. This is a crime against the state. Not only do you take cognizance, you have evidence, you have video evidence, और आप बोल रहे हैं आपस में बातचीत करके आपने सुलझा लिया. Which time are we living in, and which tradition are we talking about? On record, these two individuals who are extremely powerful have gone on record to say not only will they file cases of defamation, they will file cases of harassment against this woman who has no protection. They're obviously workers of your party. There's an affidavit on record. And if he was feigning allegiance to your party, then you need to take even stringent and more stronger action to not just pay lip service to women issues and security issues.
I want to bring in Shazia Ilmi and Priyanka Chaturvedi, both of them. Shazia Ilmi, look at the about faces the Samajwadi Party has made over the last 48 hours. The first about face was when one of their leaders, Naresh Agarwal, came out and said, no, he doesn't belong to our party. So NewsX got hold of these affidavits and showed them. We went back to Naresh Agarwal and other SP leaders. They said, no, he was part of our party. Now we've thrown him out. So we said, okay, if that's the case, why is he roaming around with a flag on his bonnet of the Samajwadi Party? They said, no, he's a principal member of the party, but he won't be given a ticket. So look at the way they resiled on each one of their positions. Then later on, Shazia Ilmi, they are now wanting to sue this lady for defamation, this 23-year-old young woman. They're intimidating her, and you could just hear Bukkal Nawab trying to insinuate that she's a troublemaker hunting for headlines. This is disgusting.
No, I think, yeah, it's fairly disgusting. You use the right word. I was about to use the same word, disgusting. It disgusts you to the core. You know, when I first heard of it, I know there is sexism everywhere. In the houses, in public spaces, in every family, in every party. So one didn't want to make it into a party issue, and one wants to fight it, you know, as a society, because such people exist everywhere. But after hearing the flip-flops and the attitude of Samajwadi Party, I think it's really, really shocking. First of all, look at the courage of the girl who stands up and says, no, I will not be treated badly. I want dignity in public space. Nobody can wink and misbehave and get away with it. Look at the courage of the girl, and look at the system. The system has failed the girl on so many levels. The system has failed the individual on so many counts. It allows rogues like this to roam free. Then there is a hostile system because of which the girl can't complain. And third, the system wants to attack the girl and file defamation against her and vilifies her. So how many counts and how many levels the system is out there taking away the liberty and pride and dignity of a young woman, courageous woman. And I think that is something very shameful. I think Samajwadi Party or any party in question here should not just apologize, take responsibility, take this man to task and make sure the girl is safe, taken care of.
Do you have a question? Shazia Anvi, do you have a question
for
Bhukkal Nawab? Do you have a question for him? Of the Samajwadi Party MLC?
Yes, I do. Yes, नवाब साहब आप जी नवाब साहब आपने 2-3 बातें कही. आपने कहा कोई कंप्लेनेंट नहीं है, तो किस तरह से बात को आगे ले आ जाए और पुलिस क्या कार्रवाई कर सकती है. लेकिन ऐसे मामलों में जैसे किरण जी ने बताया, स्व मोटो एक्शन नोटिस लिया जा सकता है डायरेक्टली. पुलिस अधीन नहीं है, पुलिस किसी के नौकर नहीं है. वो देख रही है एक महिला के साथ बदतमीजी हो रही है, एक बदतमीज शख्स है, तो एक्शन लिया जा सकता है. और आप लोग इनिशिएट कीजिए. और आप उस लड़की को प्रोटेक्शन क्यों नहीं दे रहे हैं? आप हेडलाइंस की बात क्यों कर रहे हैं कि वो सुर्खियां बटोर रही है? क्या आपको फिक्र नहीं है कि एक बच्ची के साथ ये वाकया होता है? या आपके घर की बच्ची हो सकती है, किसी की भी घर की बहन हो सकती है, साथी हो सकती है. तो आप कैसे किसी महिला के बारे में कह सकते हैं सिर्फ अपनी पार्टी को बचाने के लिए?
बोलिए.
देखिए नहीं आप पार्टी को ना बचा रहे हैं ना अपने नेता को बचा रहे हैं. 2 दिन पहले की घटना है, कोई छेड़छाड़ की घटना नहीं है, किसी तरह की ऐसी घटना नहीं है और किसी को नहीं बचाना है. अगर वो महिला जो बच्चों के साथ में जो हुआ है और अगर मतलब वो जिस तरीके हुआ है, अगर वो एप्लीकेशन देती है और हमारे थाने में जाती है तो जरूर कार्रवाई होगी. और नेता चाहे जितना बड़ा हो,
मैं तो हैरान हूँ आपकी बात पे. आप कह रहे हैं कुछ हुआ ही नहीं, तो आप कार्रवाई कैसे करेंगे? एविडेंस तो ऑन रिकॉर्ड है, आप उसको मानने को तैयार नहीं है, तो कार्रवाई कैसे होगी?
Let me bring in Sudhindra Bhadoria on this point and Priyanka Chaturvedi. Mr. Bhadoria, I find it appalling.
ये इस तरीके से 2 दिन पहले की
No. At least honor, Mr. Bhukkal Nawab. At least honor the courage. No, 1 second.
चाहे वो 2 महीने पहले की घटना हो साहब, आप 2 महीने 2 दिन की बात कर रहे हैं. ऐसा कोई कानून है कि 2 दिन पहले की घटना पे कार्रवाई नहीं हो सकती?
बच्चियों को बदनाम करने का ये कौन सा तरीका है? जो बच्चियां जो है वो बात खत्म होगी 2 दिन पहले. 2 दिन खत्म होने के बाद आप जो है उन बच्चों को बार
ये आप क्या बोल रहे हैं? उनकी प्रशंसा कर रहे हैं और सराहना कर रहे हैं कि आपकी विफल
Mr. Bhadoria wants to come in. Mr. Bhadoria wants to come in. Mr. Bhadoria, yes. Mr. Bhadoria.
हम महिलाओं की बदनामी है.
नहीं, Mr. Bhadoria wants to come in.
I'm willing to come in provided Mr. Bhukkal Nawab is giving me an opportunity to come in.
No, come in, sir.
You see, let us take this whole issue in a perspective, and the perspective is that this incident which has taken place in Agra is not an isolated one. You have seen this brave heart and many such brave hearts. There was a reported case like this from Meerut some months back, and I want to tell you, and I think the NewsX team must visit Santoshpur Itgaon. Please note, Santoshpur Itgaon village in the home district of the Chief Minister Shri Akhilesh Yadav and the leader of the Samajwadi Party Mulayam Singh Yadav. Women were paraded nude in that village, and no action was taken by the police against those people who did it. This is happening in Uttar Pradesh,
Priyanka
across
Chaturvedi.
Uttar Pradesh, and let me tell you,
tonight on this show
is the state of affairs, and the law and order has. So that is why UP, there is a Gunda Raj, there is a Jungle Raj,
yes.
And I can tell you, people of Uttar Pradesh are fed up of the Chief
when the
Minister
ruling
Akhilesh
establishment abets in such a depravity, you are creating a culture of impunity.
तो गुंडा राज नहीं तो सबके सब आधे जेल के अंदर हैं.
गुंडा राज चल रहा है सर, गुंडा राज. आपको मैं बताऊं, गुंडा राज चल रहा है. There is no other way of looking at it. Priyanka Chaturvedi wants to come in. Priyanka Chaturvedi, yes, go ahead.
Rahul, can I make a point now? Yeah, yes, all I'd like to say is I quite agree with Mr. Bhadoria where he says that you have to look at it into a perspective where this is not an isolated incident. These are incidents which have been reported all across Uttar Pradesh, and this is a cause for worry for the state government. They cannot get away by saying that it happened 2 days ago and the girls haven't come forward. If the girls haven't come forward, you have to ensure that the girls are not denied justice. What is also equally unfortunate is that women have totally given up on, they simply do not have faith in the law and order in Uttar Pradesh, that they have to take law in their own hands.
That's the point.
Because of which they are in an unfortunate position where probably police might be reporting a case against them, which is extremely unfortunate.
Absolutely.
Here are 2 brave hearts who are fighting this out. And what you get to see is police actually taking action against them.
Let me bring
rather
in
than the person who was involved in something like
Gaurav
this.
Bhatia of the Samajwadi Party joins us live on this debate. Gaurav Bhatia of the Samajwadi Party joins us live. We had with us just a short while back Mr. Bhatia, Bhukkal Nawab, and this is his response. He says, "आप ये मामला क्यों उजाल रहे हैं? Why are you raking up this issue? The lady wants closure. You are actually going ahead and betraying this lady. You are working against her interests by demanding that the Samajwadi Party go out there and file an FIR. What's stopping the Samajwadi Party, Mr. Bhatia, from filing an FIR? Suo moto FIR. You're a man of the law."
Yeah. Now, Rahul, if I can answer, there are three aspects to the entire incident. One is the criminality part, which I think is by far the most serious. My friend must have said something, but I am authorized by the party as the official spokesperson to speak, so I'll just put forward these points. First of all, the additional SP and the deputy SP on their own visited the victim, and they have assured her that she can come forward and fearlessly pursue the matter. She would be assisted. She would even be provided security. Now, she has decided not to file a complaint, but you made a very valid point that whether the police and the administration can suo moto look into the matter, and the district magistrate and the senior superintendent of police of Agra are looking into the matter to see whether there is enough material to register a case against the guard of the SP leader. So adequate measures have been taken, and we take it very seriously that if any woman faces such a situation or crime, then it should be handled with an iron hand, and that's what we are doing. Second, we are also very concerned about a person
it seems to me,
having
sir, that you're stalling for time. It seems to me you're stalling for time.
Just let me complete my point, and then after that no, I am not, absolutely not. Rahul, I would appreciate a lot if you just give me my 2 minutes, and I will make my 3 points, and you will see what action has been taken. Because after the news was broken by your channel and others, personally I looked into it. I've spoken to some officials, and we've taken action. I want to apprise you of that. I think we can have an informed debate after that. So second part was, I noticed that there was a number plate showing the SP flag. Immediately the DM sprung into action, and the leader who owns the car has been served a notice under the motor vehicle rules, and he will have to reply, and that number plate would be removed, because there's rampant misuse of the Samajwadi Party flag sometimes by leaders and sometimes people who are not even leaders of Samajwadi Party.
He is a leader.
The issue of brazenly displaying the Samajwadi Party flag.
Abhinav Sharma is a leader.
Can I just
Here is the affidavit. He filed before the EC.
Abhinav Sharma had contested on a SP ticket. Yeah, I am not denying that, Rahul. Rahul, there is no quarrel on that. 2012, he contested on a Samajwadi Party ticket, and at this juncture, I do not wish to take this weak plea that he is not a Samajwadi Party leader. Rather, I am more interested in sharing with you that Samajwadi Party had issued a circular. Mr. Akhilesh Yadav had said that only very few senior national level leaders.
He's told us that he's a primary member of your party even now.
He has flouted that circular.
No, he's told us he's a primary member. Now, either he's lying, sir,
primary
or
members
the Samajwadi
cannot
Party
have
is not
the
being
flag
able to
displayed.
No, 1 second.
Rahul,
yes.
No, Rahul, please understand. Rahul, I am saying something slightly different. You're not paying attention. He is a primary member, but I am saying he's not authorized to display the flag, because
that might be so. Why haven't you thrown him out of your party?
And in this case, he has flouted the circular of the party. And therefore,
why haven't you thrown him out of your party?
So there is a proper way of serving a show cause, and after that,
can I come in,
Rahul? Show cause.
Rahul, without giving an opportunity to any person, you just can't throw out a person, and that would be a clear-cut violation of natural justice.
So look at what's happening. Okay, sir.
Let
me bring in Kiran Bedi
he would be asked to reply, and
let me bring in Kiran Bedi once.
Action will be taken.
Okay, look at what's wrong with this reply on 3 levels.
I want
Number
to make
one,
a brief point,
one second. Mr. Bhadoria, yes, you can respond. Very quickly, Mr. Bhadoria, you can respond, and then I want to bring in Kiran Bedi ji.
You see, okay, there is a lot of contradiction in the Samajwadi Party leaders Mr. Naresh Agarwal is saying he is not a member of the party. You have presented an affidavit proving that he is a member of the party. The real question is, and I raised this and I want to reiterate, there is a lumpenization in Uttar Pradesh which is taking place. If they expel this person, this party will be devoid of any political worker.
Okay, sir, that's
Most
a political
of their
point.
rank and file is
Factual point. I want to
indulging in
bring
all
in Kiran
this,
Bedi.
and that is why...
On a more factual, substantive argument. See, we are moving away from
Mr.
rhetoric.
Bhadoria is trying to do politics
fine.
over this issue.
I agree with you. We are
Mr.
moving away from
Bhadoria
rhetoric.
is forgetting
No,
all
one
the
second.
rapes that his
Yes,
own
yes,
MPs
Mr.
and MLAs
Bhatia.
used to do.
Yes.
I don't want to get into
Come
this
on,
politics.
Mr.
I want
One
to
second,
tell
one
you
second.
the
Gentlemen.
effective steps the
Mr.
government
Gaurav
is taking.
Bhatia, the whole UP
Gentlemen.
knows it. The whole
Yes,
country knows
your
it.
own MPs
what
were-
your party is.
were
You don't
alleged
have
of
to
committing
now you
rape
don't
on
have to
women
explain
when
what your party
Mayawati was
is.
in power.
Your rank and
Let's not
file is
politicize it,
indulging
okay?
in
If there is a
polarization.
criminal and goon
You see,
party
your
in
party
UP,
workers
it is your
are
BSP.
indulging in the
And I don't want to
localization.
get into this
And the whole
slugfest
of
match
Uttar
with
Pradesh
you.
is sick of this. The whole of
Your
Uttar Pradesh is
MLAs
sick
and
of it.
MPs were raping
Okay.
women, and I don't want to get
Gentlemen,
into that.
gentlemen,
I want
gentlemen,
to have
gentlemen.
a constructive
Everybody
debate
knows.
where I
You
want
will-
to
you
show
will get
Gentlemen.
what the government has done so far.
Gentlemen.
Get a befitting reply.
Okay,
Yeah.
gentlemen,
Mr.
gentlemen, one
Bhadoria,
second.
you've forgotten. I can tell you
Gentlemen,
many names. Your
gentlemen.
MP,
No,
your
one
MP
second,
had
please.
raped a
Mr.
girl
Bhatia,
and he was
Mr.
later
Bhadoria.
arrested. Your own
Gentlemen,
chief minister then
let's not
was
make
keeping
this.
her eyes shut.
Let's not make
Yeah.
this
Don't-
about
don't
settling.
make
I
it
implore you,
political.
gentlemen. I
Don't make it
implore you on
political,
this
Mr.
show
Bhadoria.
tonight.
Yes.
I implore you both on this show tonight. Let's not make this lady.
Please,
One
please
second.
don't bring down the level of the
one
debate and
second.
discussion,
A
Mr. Bhadoria.
counterfoil to your
I
political.
know you are
one second.
frustrated over your loss of
Let's
power.
not, please.
Don't
let's
show
not,
it on this TV
let
show
us
at
not,
least.
Let us not reduce this lady's plight to a political football. Please, let's not reduce her to a counterfoil in this game of one-upmanship. I implore you. I want to come back to Ms.
Absolutely,
Bedi.
Rahul.
Yes,
I
yes.
completely
No,
agree
please,
with
please.
you.
Please,
You can
please.
ask me any tough question
Gentlemen,
you want to.
gentlemen, I want
But
to bring in Ms. Kiran Bedi.
Don't
Let's
allow
give her...
Mr. Bhadoria to make it
Yes,
political.
yes. Okay, okay. Miss Kiran Bedi, Miss Kiran Bedi, I want to come out to you.
problem with the
One second, Mr.
Bhatia.
Bhadoria, please. Mr. Bhadoria, please don't derail. Please, 1 second. Let's stay on the point. Let's stay on the point. I implore you, please. I want to go across to Miss Kiran Bedi. Miss Kiran Bedi, there are 3 things that are not adding up in the response that has been supplied by Mr. Bhatia. The first is, and it's quite apparent, that they're buying time. The second one is that they want the lady in question, this 23-year-old Braveheart, to take the first step. And thirdly, and this is what is appalling, that while this individual is still a primary member, he hasn't been removed. And we are being told that a show cause notice, etc., has been, given to him, that there will be a procedure, and then we will sit in judgment of this individual, blah, blah, blah. Do you believe this is an adequate response, Ms. Bedi?
I believe that you don't have to investigate before registration of a case. You can register the case and collect the evidence. Don't have to collect evidence and then look for whether a case is justified. FIR is an initiation of collection of evidence and not evidence proceeding is. Therefore, my first suggestion would be that the local police should register the FIR on the evidence as it is. In fact, suo moto, as it's not illegal, and Gaurav also confirms to that. Now, I would think that would be good message. Number two, Rahul, I see a very positivity today. I see 2 women taking a stand.
Yes.
2 women fighting back for their rights. As Shazia also mentioned, here is a woman, when she is being winked at, she's been teased, she's retaliated in the manner she felt like. She retaliated. And she can't get away from it because there's evidence now on camera that she has made these statements. Let the court summon her and ask her to stand by. Just proceed with the evidence as it is. We need to now take evidence as it comes and not wait for everything for the jigsaw puzzle to settle. Number 2, I've seen another woman on government duty performing with confidence. That's a great change. 2 women showing, 1 public servant, 1 ordinary citizen. Third, I also see heightened political sensitivity concerning this man. Why did he use the flag? 1 disowning him, 1 finding it. I think there's a positivity in the story. 2 women, and even the political thing not owning up the man because they want to wash their hands off.
Okay.
So I think you can even look at the whole story
But
positively.
let's go back to the first point that has been raised by Kiran Bedi. It's a substantive one. Mr. Bhatia, I began by saying that you're a man of the law.
Rahul, can I just say something?
You're a man of the law. What is this
Bedi
business of investigating and that you see the police officer, the additional SP is going there, visiting the victim, gathering enough material? File the FIR. Put your money where your mouth is. Let's see what happens.
Rahul, I have already said and assured you, and I did that in the morning also when I was asked for a response.
You did?
That action would be taken against this person for the illegal number plate that he is putting, as well as suo motu, the police will look into the matter and register an FIR. There is a process in place because the victim does not want to come forward before registering the FIR. Mrs. Bedi is talking about FIR and then investigation.
Yes, I do,
for
I
cognizable
do.
offences, there need to be some substance and material to register. So that is all that the police is doing, and the additional SP and deputy SP had gone to the victim to assure her that no matter how powerful the person might be, you will be given full protection and support of the government.
To Kiran Bedi's
Rahul, I
credentials.
do want to come in.
One second. To Kiran Bedi's credentials, who has served as a police officer, just like you, she has been an upholder of the law. Miss Bedi, do you believe we need to, as you've just said, collect evidence, etc.? God alone knows why. Why should there be a delay? This should have happened 2 days back. We're saying this should have happened 2 days back, Miss Bedi.
No, Rahul, I said
FIR should have been filed 2 days back.
Made out or not. Mrs. Bedi will understand what a cognizable offence is.
Evidence is
and
writ
the
large.
government is serious
Evidence
about
is
it.
writ
That
large.
is why you see senior officers going and meeting the victim.
The lady is on
Evidence is writ
television.
large. No. Evidence is writ large. You don't have to go searching. It's right there. Based on the evidence already, and she's made a statement on camera that this is what has happened, but she doesn't want anything more. That's evidence. The fact and a cognizable crime has been committed. And it's all over on the television. I think that's evidence enough to register an FIR.
You are a very experienced police officer. There is an allegation. Mrs. Bedi, just bear with me. I have immense respect for you, but I am also a lawyer myself, and you would also understand the law, that the lady has made this allegation that the guard winged at her. Now, don't you think at least it needs to be established before the police suo motu registers an FIR? Yeah. And the lady is not coming forward and helping the cause. So the police
how do you
is doing
establish
the
the
needful.
guard winked
You
at
need
her?
to appreciate that. And
how do you
the
establish
additional SP, deputy SP,
Gaurav, FIR.
that is by recording the statement of the victim
Gaurav,
under 161.
I believe
Rahul, there are some
no, I
legal
believe the honourable
procedures. I cannot
spokesperson
teach you
is
the law
forgetting
over your
an
program.
FIR is a first information report.
I
That's
can
when the case diary begins. You've had your say, Mr. Bhatia. Allow us to come in. Just 3 quick points. We are still insisting that the notice is going to be served on the Motor Vehicles Act and not to a volunteer, not to investigate. What we're also forgetting to mention is there are policemen standing as mute spectators and bystanders, and you're saying that the police is visiting to take action. The Honorable Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh has launched a fantastic online FIR registration scheme. We are suggesting that it's a cognizable offence and the state should take offence and therefore initiate action suo motu. And then investigation can take place. What is also worrying for us is the guard. There has been no attempt made to trace the guard. There is
Can
no
I reply
action
to that, please?
there is no action. Let me finish, sir. There's no action that has been taken yet against the volunteer. You issue him as show cause not under the Motor Vehicles Registration Act, but as a violation of the code of conduct of the party. So one would really like to see that. And one would also allow you to also inform your volunteers
Can I respond to that?
And your spokesperson to also maintain a consistency of stand, at least take ownership of the action. We've just had a spokesperson tell us that the woman needs to take the onus. Why? When she's clearly under threat, when she does not, she's given a statement in camera.
She's being threatened.
She's on the media.
And she's
made
being
her
threatened
point.
with a suit, a counter defamation suit.
Can I respond on? I would respond.
Yes, please
Rahul,
respond.
if you don't,
respond, sir.
I will respond to all 3 points made by the panelists. First of all, the panelist that you called from my party, he is not authorized to speak for the party. So I don't think you can blame the party for that. Officially, I am authorized. I am telling you the party stand, and I hope that you would pay heed to it. Secondly, I think the panelist was talking about notice under the Motor Vehicles Act. She is not aware. I just mentioned that the notice has been issued under the Motor Vehicles Act and rules. That he has flouted the motor vehicles, not
We're
under
not
the
even
model
saying
code
that.
of conduct
Why
of the
is it that the party
He didn't pay
is not
attention.
taking action
And
against
third, now can I just, so if you would allow me, then only can I respond to your question. There is a proper procedure to take disciplinary action under the constitution of the party, and it starts by giving a show cause to the person. Now that has to be initiated and a reply would come and then action would be taken. Because anything contrary to that would be a violation of natural justice. You cannot condemn somebody unheard. But Rahul, can I just make one quick point? You know, the larger issue of women's safety, I can tell you one thing. No matter how powerful a politician is, and I'm talking about the highest officer of the state government, I assure you that action would be taken against the person, and you would see it yourself. And that is the reason that on my intervention, this story,
I want to go on to the
story
she
broke
clearly
out
puts on
in the
record that the
morning.
police did not take
9
action and
o'clock,
therefore
this
she had
story
to
broke
take
out.
action. Is there
And
any
I told
action
you
going to
that
be taken
action would
against
be
the
taken.
policemen visible
Priyanka
in the footage?
Chaturvedi, I just want to come out to you. Priyanka Chaturvedi, small question to you. From all that you've heard, at least I get the sense.
Yes.
I get the sense that nothing has actually transpired in 48 hours in this case except some notice that has gone out under the Motor Vehicles Act for masquerading.
But Rahul, why are you
one
saying
second.
48 hours?
Nothing has happened.
This story broke out in the morning at 9 o'clock today.
Yes, it's been 2 days.
No,
One
you
second.
broke the story at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Please,
You were saying
don't tell me, sir,
48
that you
hours.
don't know what is going on in your state. This should have been drawn to your attention before the media.
If I
One
may
second.
make a...
Even got into it. Now, one second.
No.
Ms. Chaturvedi. Yes. Priyanka Chaturvedi.
Okay. No, there's something I'd just like to add here, and I might be differing from whatever the women on the panel are saying here, but there's also another sense that I have here, that you need to follow some laws, some processes before you start taking action.
Okay.
If Gaurav Bhatia is saying that, you know, the party, I totally understand that, you know, what the law and order situation in Uttar Pradesh is. But if a spokesperson of a party is saying that they are looking into the matter and they would investigate, we must also realize that this particular person, the Samajwadi Party primary member or MLA candidate or whatever, was not the one who actually committed that particular, you know, obscenity or whatever you call it. So the point is that if
But he's complicit in a
give
cover-up.
some time to ensure that the girl gets justice. The girl also needs to feel safe
He's
enough
actually
and come
threatened her
forward.
with defamation
Come
and
forward.
damage
No,
and
she has to come forward.
He's
and talk
threatened her
about
with defamation.
How will she even think of coming
Here
out?
is an individual who has been threatened with defamation. She is being
This is
privately
coercion.
told.
No, please. please. Listen.
Ma'am, our correspondent
Rahul,
spoke to
please
her.
Understand.
She's in a
Rahul,
sense of
please
absolute
understand, and I may beg
fear.
to differ
It's just
from
a
whatever
classic
the women
case of
think,
politicians
but you
watching
also,
each other's
no,
backs.
the girl
This is
also,
really, really appalling.
The lady has also broken some law.
Fair enough.
She also
Prosecute
needs
her.
to face
What
the
I'm
law.
saying, look, no one is justifying
You might find it
vigilantism.
appalling, Ms. Subi Chaturvedi, but all I'd like to say is to protect herself, she has also broken some law.
But not
and she also
defamation,
needs
right?
to
We
face the
understand
court.
that.
I like the way the Congress is going out of its way to bail out the Samajwadi Party. You know, we know.
Not defamation, not defamation.
Ms. Chaturvedi, the election is 18 months away, maybe even 20 months away.
Let's not look at
Don't throw all your... No, 1 second.
No, this is...
Let's stand up. Let's stand up tonight for this lady. No one is justifying. I began by saying...
It's extremely shameful that you're trying to connect it. No,
I don't know, ma'am.
I don't know what is more shameful. It takes a lot of courage for a woman to stand up and do what she's done and then to insinuate motivations. We've just had a spokesperson before him say that she had ulterior motives and by coming out we're trying to character assassinate her instead of creating a facilitative environment and a support system. This is what politicians go out to do.
Rahul.
Throw the politicians.
Subi,
Rahul, can I...
This is absolutely
Throw the political equation.
someone
Rahul.
else, just because you are speaking loudly
Rahul.
does not make you correct.
I don't even need
does
to.
not make you
It's just
correct.
there for everyone
I
to
have
see. There's an
categorically said
in-camera
that Uttar
statement.
Pradesh government
There's
needs to
an
come clean
in-camera
and ensure
statement.
that the girl gets
Let's
justice.
talk about process.
But it's
Not
also,
under the
let's
Motor
also-
Vehicles
let's also be
Registration
fair.
Act, but
Let's
as
also be
disciplinary
fair.
action
Let's
against
also
code
be
of
fair
conduct.
and
Okay.
ensure- No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
okay.
Subi, Subi, I'm
Rahul,
very
can I come
surprised
in,
that
please?
because you
Rahul,
have
one
a
second.
louder voice here, you
Rahul,
seem to
can
be
I
getting
just come
away.
in?
But my point was very clear,
yeah.
that law and order needs to be
hear you.
equal to all. If the girl has not got enough law and order and she feels she needs to take action herself, then obviously she, there's a big
Agree,
issue, law and order issue that Uttar Pradesh faces. But she also needs to face the law for breaking...
Absolutely. No, who's
Priyanka
denying that?
Chaturvedi, we began this
denying
broadcast by saying that we do not endorse vigilantism. But we also believe that it takes a lot in a highly oppressive, discriminatory society.
And let's also not
and a culture.
endorse,
One second.
let's not
For a
also
woman to
endorse
stand
media
up.
trial. Let's
A very
also not
modest
endorse
means
media trial.
of a
Let's bring
woman.
it-
No, 1 second.
let's
Forget
bring
the
it-
media
let's
trial,
be
ma'am.
upfront,
We've
let's
had
bring
enough
it up for
sermons from
discussion.
politicians.
But
We've
do
had
not
enough
go
sermons.
for a media trial.
No, please. We've had enough sermons from politicians, ma'am. The problem is that if we
not a
didn't, if
sermon.
NewsX,
It's not a
and I'm putting it
sermon.
on record.
No,
One
it has
second.
nothing to do
If
with sermon.
NewsX
All I'm
had
trying
not
to do
reported this
is bring
story,
some perspective
one
on both
second,
sides.
1 second. If NewsX had not reported this story, it would have been confined to a single column in a newspaper. We got the visuals. We met this woman. We went out there, confronted the politicians. We confronted this
It was a
individual.
front page
We brought it
story
to the.
in most of
I
the
am saying
newspapers today,
it was a
Rahul.
small column inch on the margins of the newspapers, ma'am, and it would have remained there.
You
It
just
would have
had a
remained there.
spokesperson say it was all resolved. Why are you even reviving and breaking
no,
up
1
this?
second. If it was there, 1 second. If it was there, then I hold the political class.
Can I
No,
come
1
in
second.
and make those points?
I'm
No, 1
sorry,
second.
please.
In fact, if it
I
was
do
there.
not know what are you arguing
if
with
it
me
was
about,
there,
Subi, when I've categorically
Priyanka
said that law and
Chaturvedi-
order needs to
Priyanka
ensure that the girl
Chaturvedi-
gets justice.
Priyanka Chaturvedi, if all you politicians read it in the morning newspapers, I'm surprised that not one of you came out suo moto and issue a statement on this particular issue, which is what appalls me, is this conspiracy of silence. Nonetheless, I'm not the subject of the debate here. I just want to bring in Shazia Elmi for closing thoughts on this particular show. Shazia Elmi, what do you expect? What do you expect from the ruling class?
Rahul, even I would just want my 1 minute if you can, please.
Okay, you can wrap it up. Okay, 1 second. Shazia Elmi, over to you first.
Yes, yes. So what I wish would happen is really, instead of scaring her with defamation suits, just like Mulayam Singh Yadav, he could create history by visiting this girl and the family and understanding the matter and making sure there is action taken after understanding the issue, because there is something terribly wrong about a woman wanting, is so angry.
Yes.
I belong to UP and I've been through instances as a young woman where such horrible things are said that
Let's
you don't
not
know what to
discount
do.
the
The sheer
provocation.
anger and helplessness of the situation, where
Let's
you have
not
people
discount the
misbehaving and you're in
provocation.
public space. So, yes, so let's understand from the woman's point of view.
Okay. We've got
Absolutely,
1
and
minute
it's a terrible state of being, because you're in your own country, in your
Mr.
own
Bhatia,
state,
1
in your
minute
own
for you to
hometown.
sum this up.
So I really wish, and also, there should be name and shame.
Rahul,
No, I haven't finished. Two things should be done.
Rahul, if I can get
Time
it
and time again.
uninterrupted.
1 minute. 1 minute you
If
have
I
on the
can
show
get
to wrap it up.
uninterrupted, Rahul.
1 minute.
Rahul, it is not as if, it is not as if the UP government is completely insensitive to the situation and the politicians don't feel the pain. I speak as a leader of the party and as a citizen of the country that we share the pain. The state government would do the needful, and I just want to give you one example of how many a times good work is done. In Varanasi at 1 a.m. in the morning, there was an email written to the Women's Power Line that has been our government's initiative. And within 45 minutes, the accused was arrested after registration of FIR. You can check it from the records.
Fair enough.
And more than 3.5 lakh cases have been redressed through
Let's
this
just
power
hope
line.
that this
But
becomes
even
the norm
this incident
and not the
teaches
exception.
us a lot.
Let's hope
And
this
we will-
doesn't become the exception. It becomes the norm.
Definitely try.
We will be holding you to it.
Even further, so that we have
We will be holding you to
we
your
have
promise.
a zero tolerance policy.
Fair enough.
We will
We will
learn
judge
from
you by
such
your
incidents.
actions.
We will not
Bhatia.
be insensitive like the BSP.
Fair enough. Now,
Yes,
Mr.
please
Bhatia,
do.
resist. We will hold you to your promise We will focus on this story over the next few days. Thank you for joining us all. Thank you for joining us on this show. We move on to another big story, the tussle for power. Or more precisely, who gets to rule Delhi unfettered, reached the president's door this evening. First to the lieutenant governor, who sprang up and out of his ennui and knocked on the president's door, explaining to him the reason why he felt that the Kejriwal government was in violation of the basic tenets of the Constitution in making appointments without clearing, allegedly, first through him. Then we had Arvind Kejriwal, and those pictures tell the entire story there, to the left of your screens, etc. Then we had Mr. Kejriwal landing up at the president's home, making a point-by-point presentation to him as to why he feels that the lieutenant governor has been unfair to him when it comes to appointments and when it comes to executive action and the praxis thereof. Many, many issues remain unresolved, but fundamentally, individuals, commentariat, and others are saying that while Mr. Kejriwal is making a substantive point, and perhaps even a point on principle, the way he's going about it is wrong. That's the criticism. Let's throw this open for debate. Joining us this evening is Raghav Chadha, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party, Tom Vadakkar, national spokesperson of the Congress, Shazia Ilmi of the Bharatiya Janata Party stays with us. I want to come out straight to you, Mr. Chadha. Many people are saying that you've gone about this the wrong way. Many people are saying that first, perhaps instead of knocking on the president's doors, you could have gone across, engaged the lieutenant governor, given him an opportunity to try and resolve this issue and meet you halfway.
Well, the legal position taken by the Delhi government has been vetted by many legal luminaries, from Mr. Gopal Subramaniam to Mr. Rajiv Dhawan to Ms. Indira Jaising to Vishwajit Bhattacharya to Ram Jethmalani. All of them have spoken in one voice that the legal position taken by the Aam Aadmi Party government is absolutely correct, and this is how it has been going on. Even Mr. Let me
disagree. Now,
who has disagreed? Who has? Which constitutional expert who does not belong to a particular party?
There are several. KTS Tulsi.
KTS Tulsi has given a statement in our favor. No, Mr. Tulsi has also given a statement in our favor.
We had him. No, one second. We had him. 1 second. Let's not impute motives. There are several. There are Subhash Kashyap, etc. Let's not say that everyone is now, you see, adjuncted to a political party. Let's not. No, 1 second. Yes, many people have been sympathetic to different causes, even amongst legal circles. But let's not go there. I'm asking you, Mr. Chadha.
No, are you saying Mr. Gopal Subramaniam has been sympathetic to the Aam Aadmi Party or Mr. Rajiv Dhawan?
1 second.
Because that's
I'm
a
not
very
talking about
big
individuals.
statement.
I'm not even going there.
Okay.
I'm not going there. I'm not going to engage you on a facile point. I want to ask you, sir.
Okay.
Have you erred by escalating matters to the president, who is, as you know, the final authority? And what if the president of the Union of India tomorrow came out and said, Mr. Kejriwal is in the wrong? Will you accept it?
So what if the president comes out and says that,
I'm
Mr. LG,
you, sir,
you are wrong and you need to step down?
Fair enough. One second.
So,
I hope the LG will step down. I'm asking you, will Mr. Kejriwal leave it at that?
See, the problem,
if you're told that you're in the wrong.
It's not a clash of ideas or a clash of egos. It's a clash of two
ideas.
No, I will respond.
Forget egos. It's a clash of ideas.
No, it's not even a clash of ideas of how to govern. It's very simple. The law is very straight. It's a clash between somebody who's following the law and somebody who's unilaterally, unconstitutionally issuing orders.
The law is
now,
an idea,
as far as the law, we can
have.
Now,
Rahul,
you have to let me complete. How can we have? I mean, you have to give me an opportunity to respond, right? So, the law is amply clear, abundantly clear, that the executive decisions, apart from entry number 1, 2, and 18 of the state list, that is law and order, land, and police, all the executive decisions rest with the Chief Minister's office, and his consent or accounting for his non-consent is extremely important. Now, once this point is established that the LG has unilaterally, unconstitutionally acted, the second point that I would like to make is that the LG's office, and my charge is that the LG's office is being used as a political tool to score points. The LG is now fit to resign from the post of the LG and join the BJP. Let me make
unqualified allegation. If there's for the record,
and I'll take 15 more seconds.
Unqualified allegation.
I'll take 15
the Aam Aadmi Party.
I'll make 15 more seconds. I remember Ravi Shankar Prasad ji saying this in context of the the governor of Gujarat.
Is
I'm
it
saying
not
this in
true?
context of
Is it
Delhi.
not true that
Let
the
me
Babu,
respond.
that the bureaucrat,
Please let me respond,
the
Rahul,
bureaucrat
that the LG, the
that you
lieutenant governor is
exposed,
being less of a
is that-
governor
no, one second,
and more
one
of a
second,
BJP
one
leader.
second, one second. See, one second, Mr. Chadda, 1 second. We don't have the LG here to defend his fair name. Neither do I have a spokesperson
From the
for
Delhi
LG.
government
One
and
second.
from the Delhi government.
One second. We don't have a spokesperson from the LG's office who's going to defend him. So let's not malign him on this show. You're fair to make a point on
No,
principle.
but that is my view, and that is the considered view of the party, that he is acting at the behest of his political
So you're saying he's, so you're
This is
saying
not
that
the
he's
view of
being,
the-
so
this is the view
so
of a
it can be
political
turned
party.
around. It can be turned
I am
around
not
by
a
Mr.
journalist like
Vadakkan
you that I have to take a neutral position, right?
and Shazia Ilmi.
I'm a
It can be
spokesperson
easily
of a
turned
political
around to
party.
say that Arvind Kejriwal is being arrogant, he's being malicious in his interpretation,
Yeah.
and thirdly,
No, I would
most
like to- I
importantly,
want to
he's
ma-
being irresponsible towards the bureaucracy because several bureaucrats feel that way. Shazia Ilmi.
No, I don't think he's being arrogant or irresponsible. I think he has to keep some kind of crisis going to obfuscate from the real issue that he's not able to govern. So he's creating a crisis and precipitating it when none exists. The reason why I tell you is this. I just heard, and I strongly object to any office, whether it's LG's office or that of a bureaucrat, to be cast with aspersions without any substantiation whatsoever or facts. The same, this party,
let me
Aam Aadmi
ask you,
Party, it was a
forget all
representative of
this.
this party
One
who
second,
was
one
the same
second.
Lieutenant Governor.
Shazia Ilmi, let me ask you a more basic question. Does the Bharatiya Janata Party, no, one second.
Allow me to finish.
No,
I will
one
not
second.
sit in the show.
One second. I want to ask
let me
you a
finish.
more basic question.
I have to finish. I will not say anything until I finish. I have to finish my point. Rahul, yes, I will answer. I want to answer that, which is why I'm making this point. So the same party accused the same LG of being a Congress agent. Now they're saying he's a BJP agent. What evidence do they have? One. Two, what evidence do they have about the bureaucrat? And when she was a power secretary, did they raise these charges about her coziness to DISCOMs? Also, what big thing would happen, earth-shattering event would happen in 8 or 9 days in the interim arrangement if she were to take charge only on basis of seniority? The decision was taken by LG after having sent the file, which waited for 36 hours. So I don't understand the fuss that is being made. The only explanation one can get is a constitutional crisis is being precipitated.
Okay, now one second. Shazia
So I
Ilmi,
think
in
it's a
just
lot of
one
bunkum.
word, I want to
He
ask you a
cannot
more basic
govern, he has
question.
nothing
In
to say,
principle,
and he wants
in
a
principle,
situation
do
of
you believe
confrontation.
that the Delhi, one second, Chief Minister should have the right to appoint, just like other Chief Ministers in the Union of India, in
And in
full-fledged
other
states, one second, have a right to appoint his own officers? In principle, I'm asking you. In
But this
principle. Yes or no? Just yes or no? Okay, of course.
And Chief Ministers,
Okay, let's leave it
in
at that. 1 second.
principle,
Do you
in
believe in principle, Mr. Vadakkan?
Yes,
Do you
in
believe in
principle,
principle
Chief Minister of a
he has
state
the right?
does,
He
but
has
Delhi
the
is
right
not a state.
to appoint. No,
Delhi
one
is
second.
not a state.
1 second,
Delhi is
ma'am.
not a state.
1 second.
But-
1 second.
Yeah, yes,
1 second.
yes, but Delhi
so
is not a
perhaps
state.
Mr. Kejriwal wants to
But Delhi
change
is not
that
a
because
state.
that
It's a
was the
union
number one
territory.
agenda
It's a
of his
union territory with
manifesto.
features of a
Correct
state.
me if I'm wrong. The number one point.
Yeah,
1
let
second.
me-
1 second.
I'm
Tom
agreeing
Vadakkan.
with you.
Tom Vadakkan.
You see, let me
Delhi is
let
a
me
union
be very
territory with
precise.
certain
One
features
second.
of a state. You need a
Position is-
constitutional
1 second,
amendment
ma'am.
to change the status.
We all
to
know,
a
we all know.
full-fledged
We are
state.
talking about the next step. 1 second, because that's where the ball is now stopped. It's in the court of the president who will be deciding who has the right. That's why that's why I'm raising this question. Yes, sir.
I'm not in the league of legal experts, but precedent.
We have one.
Precedent is, for last 15 years earlier, we had chief secretary of the choice of the chief minister. This is factually, actually what happened there. Now, as to the question of legal issue, whether the chief ministers are right, he has to talk to the governor. These are issues that can be solved by just taking a phone and talking. You can't stop the administration, governance of a state.
That goes also for the lieutenant
You
governor of
don't
the
have a
state. He
chief
could have picked
secretary,
up
you
the
don't
state
have
and
a-
said, okay, you have
No, I'm saying
objections
both
to Miss
sides.
Gamlin,
I'm
let's
saying
go
both
one down.
sides. I'm saying
Let's
both
go one
sides.
down. There were 3 names that were proposed,
The
or 4 names that were proposed.
Four.
If they had a problem with Miss Gamlin, in the interest
both of them
of
could have
reciprocity,
spoken.
they could have spoken.
They could
That's
have
what I'm saying.
spoken.
So
No,
let's not vote one side. Mr.
It was for
Hegde.
him to get back because
Mr.
the
Hegde.
reservations
Fair
were
enough. He
conveyed.
didn't, and he
Listen,
didn't. Mr. Hegde, he took 4 days. Yes.
There's an old saying that quarrels won't last long if the fault lay only on one side. This is what seems to have happened. This is, after all, a temporary vacancy for 10 days.
It could be longer now because the bureaucrat who was supposed to return is now wanting to say that he doesn't want to work under Mr. Kejriwal.
Because...
How is he said? When is he said that? No, hold on.
Just let me complete the
Constitution.
Constitution.
You are making an unsubstantiated
claim. Let me make the constitutional point.
We also have some sources. We also have some sources. People also do speak to us off the record. Maybe it hasn't been made official to you.
He's gone on a personal leave.
Can we revert to the legal position? Yes. See, there is the Constitution and there's constitutionalism.
But can't understand anything at all.
Everything is not set down in black and white in the Constitution, especially not the Chief Secretary. Chief Secretary is part of the executive. You work a Constitution. People work it in the spirit of cooperativeness. Irrespective of whom the election throws up, ultimately people have to work together. As Mr. Vadakan said, even in Delhi, the Chief Secretary has been part of the CM's choice. That's been a matter of practice. It's not yet become a convention.
Okay.
Whether to depart from it, whether to unilaterally go ahead and appoint someone, I don't see what the urgency was that the Lieutenant Governor resorted to.
Okay.
There is a power. There is a power with the
What do you think was the urgency?
I really don't know what the urgency...
Can we not then assume that the urgency was on account of pressure? Could it be? Because we know, and I'm not making a sweeping statement, this has been borne out by empirical evidence that a large number of times,
48
a
hours
large
is
number
what
of times you cannot separate the politics from the actions of Raj Bhavan occupants.
Yeah,
let
I'll
us
answer
let
that.
us. So I'm asking you, Sir, tonight.
48 hours is what the Raj Bhavan says. The matter was pending and you can't have a state without the Chief Secretary. This is the argument that they've logically put out in public domain. But my argument is very strange.
Strange.
It is strange in the sense not many have aired this. Why is the Bharatiya Janata Party fishing in troubled waters?
Okay.
I mean, where is the issue? Are they the spokesman for the
Miss Ilmi, yes.
for the governor?
Miss Ilmi, yes. Perhaps
this is an
Mr.
issue
Kejriwal has been precipitate. But what makes
I
the
don't
Union
understand the question. You invited me to be on this panel. I mean, you invited me to be on this panel. No, how's BJP fishing in troubled waters? What is Bharatiya Janata Party to do with it?
I'm not talking about your statements or your participation.
Because the same party called LG an agent of Congress.
No, 1 second. We are only talking about the statements that are coming out from all the Bharatiya Janata Party
so I mean, you want BJP not to comment on this?
Mr. Jaitley has taken a position.
This is not about the current
Mr. Jaitley has taken a position.
What did Bharatiya Janata Party do in this matter? The appointment of the whole matter is between LG and the entire matter is between LG and Aam Aadmi Party. I'm sorry, Bharatiya Janata Party is lost. Everybody is. Congress has made a huge cry. Everybody's made a huge cry.
You know what the Minister of State
You are making a huge cry. You're crying all the time. You're like crying babies. You're crying all the time. You're crying all the time.
Where was he? Why are they politicizing
playing the
this?
victim card?
This is a battle between the Aam Aadmi
pull up your socks and
Raj
govern.
Bhavan.
Don't
Let
talk
them
rubbish
sort
and keep
it out.
blaming others.
But why is
Take
the BJP
responsibility. You're
jumping
grown-up
into this?
people.
Let the
not clowns. Constantly crying all the time, you know, like cry wolf. Your stories like cry wolf, Raghav Chadda.
Let Raghav Chadda come in. Let Raghav Chadda come in.
What is BJP? It's between LG and Aam Aadmi Party.
Since the representative from the BJP completely hates the people who cast aspersions on constitutional authority, then perhaps he also hates Mr. Modi and Ravi Shankar Prasad, who used to say that the former governor of Gujarat was the agent of the Congress. So I'm sure that we are on the same page as far as that is concerned. Number two, as far as the office of the LG is concerned, everybody knows this, Shazia. Don't get worked up. Don't get worked up. Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad used to say that the governor of Gujarat is less of a governor and more of a Congress leader. So by that conclusion, you hate Mr. Prasad, You hate Mr.
But
Modi
Gujarat
and
is
you
a
hate the
full-fledged
BJP.
state.
But
Can
you have a
answer
party
that?
called the BJP.
I can answer that, but I
Irrespective of
deliberately
that.
won't.
Now the
because
left-wing
you're trying to
government.
change the topic.
Yes, I am
Your
not
obsession
coming
with
to
Modi.
the... I am
Your
not even
obsession with
citing
Modi.
rules
That's
because
what
I
you want to
think-
create.
I think
That's why
Shahjah
you
would
got
not-
Gajendra Singh from Rajasthan.
Okay, come on.
And incited him to commit
Now, Mr.
suicide
Shivsankar,
because he wanted to make a case
you have
against
to
Modi
intervene
government.
and ask her to
Come
stop.
on,
You know,
don't
let's
run
have
away.
a civil debate.
One
at a time.
A very simple question.
Gentlemen,
I want
ladies,
to
one
ask-
at a time.
Somebody is hyperventilating.
One at a time. One at a
Yeah,
time.
you're changing the
So
topic.
the
You're
problem
changing
is,
the topic.
the
I will
problem
not
is
allow
that
you.
the Lieutenant Governor,
You
the office of the Lieutenant Governor
You're
is
crying
being
all the
used as a
time with a
political
crybabies.
weapon.
Okay,
Now,
now listen,
let me-
Shahzia, let me listen. Listen to
Let
what
me-
he's saying.
let
On
me-
point.
You know, there is,
Yes.
there is a landmark judgment of the
What
High Court,
evidence is there?
Delhi High Court of 1998, Om Prakash Pawa versus the state of Delhi. And that the para 75 and para 76, I will read it out to you. The constitution does not aim at providing parallel administration within the state by allowing the governor to go against the advice of the Council of Ministers. This is the considered view.
Mr.
And
Chadha,
even if there
Mr.
was a
Chadha,
difference of opinion,
Mr.
he
Chadha,
should
I
have
think you
referred that matter to
misunderstood.
the president.
I think
now
you misunderstood
the
the
LG
question.
has unilaterally acted.
Delhi is
One
not
second,
a,
one
Delhi
second.
is a union
This
territory.
one
It's
second,
not a
one
full-fledged
Judgment
second.
of
state.
1998,
studios-
everybody knows that.
1 minute. The
He's stating
studio,
the obvious.
gentlemen, ladies,
You're
1
either
second.
acting,
1 second.
either you're
The
pretending,
studios
feigning
of
ignorance.
NewsX.
We all
The
somebody
studio,
from
one
the BJP
second.
understands law.
Miss Ilmi and Mr. Chadha.
this
Both are
sophistry
not
is
lawyers,
unbearable.
but I want to ask a question. I think the premise has been forgotten. I began the debate by saying, have both sides, especially Mr. Kejriwal, reflexively over-exceeded the point of rational intercourse with the LG's office by
I will
escalating this matter
Fine.
to the president and
Fine.
creating a constitutional
Fine.
crisis.
My turn.
That's the
Yeah,
basic
I'll
question,
respond.
sir. That's all.
Yes. But Rahul, I will put the facts on the table
Okay.
and I will let your viewers and you judge the entire matter. The government of the day does not hold a particular officer in confidence.
Okay.
They believe that she has been lobbying for the interests of the private discoms. The government of the day, the chief minister conveys this to the honorable LG that we have reservations
Which
with
the man
respect to
that
this
you have
name.
now brought into office has also done in the past.
No, hold on. So we have, no, he's not in the office. Please hold on. Let me complete my point. You will lose track of it otherwise. The office of the chief minister conveys it to the LG that we have reservations with respect to this officer. The LGs unilaterally, without accounting for the consent or the non-consent of the CM, appoints. Now, whether as per the constitution, the CM's office has acted in violation or the LG, as per the precedents, as per the law and as per legal
Rahul, will you
luminaries,
allow me to
it is
come
the
in?
LG's
Give
office
me
that
a
has acted
chance
in
to
gross
rebut
contravention
that.
of the
I really
articles
want
of the
to take this-
constitution.
No,
I
I don't
am
want to
making
make
that
this
point.
political.
I am
I
just
don't want
making
to
that
make this
point.
political.
And I am
Please,
not
I don't
making
want to make
political.
this
I am
political.
stating,
Permission.
One
I am
second,
stating
one
a
second.
legal fact.
Can
I
I
want to
come in,
bring
Rahul,
in
with your
Mr.
permission?
No, 1 second. I want to bring in the apolitical
Rahul,
voice
can I come in
and
with
end
your
this. No,
permission?
1 second. No, please. I just want to bring in Mr. Hegde.
No,
1
I
second.
just want to ask one small point.
No, 1 second, please.
Then I'll have to
please,
respond.
Please. I think,
Yeah,
please, 1 second, Mr. Ratan. Please, 1 second. I want to bring in Mr. Hegde. Mr. Hegde, it's a basic point. You've heard the legal arguments. I'm sure our viewers have poured through them in reams of newspapers, etc. But we're not on that point. We are talking about consensus building.
Absolutely, because without that, nothing works. The system is created to work on a consensus, work on conventions, because without that, you'll have a logjam. If the LG...
And who suffers, sir? The people of Delhi.
The people suffer.
The people of Delhi.
The people suffer.
people of the union capital. Therefore, Newsx urges both sides to perhaps pull back from the brink. I think it might already be too late. Yes,
I'll tell you.
Okay, very quickly. We have 1 minute on the show.
In the
How?
interest,
Very
just
quickly.
1 second, Mr. Tong. In the interest of governance, in the interest of the promises that we've made and in the interest of the people of Delhi, we have accepted that decision and she's acting as
You
the
know,
CS.
Rahul, this is
So
very
Shakuntala
unfair.
Gandhi
You're
is
not
acting.
allowing us
We
to
have
speak
taken
at
one step
all.
back and we've gone to
I
the
really want
president.
to ask- I
That's
want to
fine.
ask-
We have
Okay, I want
reservations.
to-
We will monitor her
Allow me to
office.
speak because this is very unfair.
The
You
LG
have
is
given
still
Mr.
issuing
Chadha all the time possible.
unconstitutional
This is very
unilateral
unfair.
orders and that is the point of the matter.
Okay.
I need
Very quickly,
I
Mr.
need to
It
Vadakkar.
happened on your
political color
channel.
to this.
Something got said,
And I
and I
want to
need
give-
to say that.
I need to give
Rahul,
it a political
you
color.
have to allow me. This is
Yes.
Rahul, this is very
Miss
unfair. I'm asking
Ilmi
you for time for
respond.
just
1
30
second. Let
seconds.
Miss Ilmi respond. Let Miss Ilmi respond. Yes.
Yes, what I'm dying to say and ask for the longest period is when I heard the representative of Aam Aadmi Party say that a particular officer does not enjoy the confidence of the chief minister. Now, I would like to ask, what is the basis of that distrust?
Yes,
What
I
is the
will-
basis
I-
of trust
No,
of
we have
the
gone
viewers
over all of this.
and
Day
bias
after
in
day.
making
no, one second, please. No, please. I think that question has been answered. That question has been answered. We
There
don't
is
want to
no
once again
substantial
malign this
allegations.
officer by
No,
repeating.
I'm
No,
not
1 second. I
inquiring.
don't
Not
want
about the
to
answer,
answer, please.
but you have to be in governance to
One
understand
second,
this.
one second.
Shazi has never been in
No, one
governance.
second.
Perhaps
Shahzia
he
and me,
doesn't understand
Mr.
how the
Chadha.
government functions.
Mr. Chadda, let's
whimsical
respect.
way.
No, one
So he
second.
does
Miss
not
Ilmi.
answer. What is the basis
Miss
of
Ilmi.
that?
Miss Ilmi
You
and
have
Mr.
to be in
Chadda.
governance to
One
understand
second.
that.
Miss
Since you are
Ilmi.
out of governance
Miss
and the
Ilmi.
Delhi
Miss
unit is
Ilmi.
suffering from political unemployment,
One second, please.
you will not
please,
understand
please.
this.
Miss Ilmi and Mr. Chadda, I don't want to repeat facts which are yet to be proven against anyone, because that will once again harm the interests of a person who's not on this debate.
And I use the word suspicion.
I want to very quickly end with you, Mr. Vadakkan and Mr. Hegde. Very quickly, so wrap this up.
The people of Delhi are watching.
Are watching.
What has actually happened is Bharatiya Janata Party has taken the bait. They have given the bait. This particular party,
No, I'm
the
asking,
Aam
what
Aadmi
is the way
Party,
forward? What is the most reasonable way
the
forward? I'm not
reasonable-
getting into a
Yes,
battle
they have
now
given them
of
a cover
accusation.
operation. They have started firing, and without
What is
realizing,
the
they
option,
have
sir?
given them the
Are there
cover
any
not for
options,
governance.
or is it too late?
It is not too late.
It is not too late.
Both
What
the
happens?
parties can talk.
Okay, they can talk. Is that an option still?
As per
Or if
the
the matter rests, is that an option?
Please keep aside the constitution. You see, the best agreements are those which are never referred to. You have to sit together and work
And
it.
talk.
Okay.
And talk.
Work
Yes.
it out.
Dialogue.
Work it out. Let's just hope the message goes out to both sides tonight. On behalf of our viewers, work it out. Otherwise, the people suffer.
We already have, Rahul, as I stated,
I
with
hope,
respect
I
to
hope
the
you can then
IPCS.
resolve. There was only one ray of hope today when one of the BJP top spokespeople came out. I think it was Rajnath Singh, who said, look, we might be able to work this out. If that's the spirit of accommodation, things can still happen. We move on. We move on this show. The Tamil Nadu government has decided to appeal a Supreme Court order that struck down government advertisements that carried the faces of netas. You might have seen some of these advertisements. They are splashed routinely on newspapers and across hoardings, etc., tom-tomming the achievements of government departments, state governments, the center, ministries, etc. Well, the Supreme Court had ruled that government ads should only carry the photographs of the Prime Minister, the President, and the Chief Justice of India, a troika. The Tamil Nadu government on its part feels that this ruling is unfair and militates against the principle of federalism. But those concerned with public welfareism believe that the taxpayers' money cannot be spent on funding netas and their penchant for self-glorification. Here's the report, and we throw it open to debate in just about